Life and the world got you a little stressed out? I mean, do you feel stressed out AF? Well, you are not alone. And I'm here to give you a little help from three little friends. Welcome to Her Wellness Business Empire, where I help holistic practitioners and other wellness enthusiasts and entrepreneurs like you not only help your clients have better results, but also help you attract more clients with confidence and generate more income with your new skills that really separate you from the crowd of other practitioners in your industry. Today, we are being assisted by Buddha. Buddha's triangle, that is. It's Buddha's acupuncture points. So let me give you a brief explanation of what the Buddha triangle acupuncture points are. The Buddha's triangle is a combination of three acupuncture points on the wrist that can help with stress, depression, and other emotional disruptive conditions. So the 3 points are Heart 7, also known as Shen, which means gateway to the spirit. This point is said to calm the mind and spirit, help with insomnia, and address and we're going to get into it a little more. I'm going to kind of break it down for you a little more about these points, but this is kind of a general understanding. It really helps with heart-related, emotional, and physical issues. Today's focus is mostly the emotional imbalance, but I will touch on some of the physical aspects or functions and indications and actions of these points as well. Pericardium 6 or PC6, also known as Guan, that's the pinyin. This point is said to regulate the heart, calm the mind, and help access one's inner core. This is a really interesting, exciting point. It's used often. And like, as an example, you might see somebody wearing like one of those bracelets the magnetic bracelets that help with seasickness. That bracelet is supposed to land right on PC6. But most people don't know why it works. But that is one of the reasons. But I'll get more into that point as well. And the third point is lung 9, also known as Yuan. This point is said to help with overall relaxation and balance of the body. Honestly, like anytime you hear lung point, think grief. But I want to share with you why these points are so important and commonly used in acupuncture. These points can and are instrumental in today's world. There appears to be more anxiety, depression, sadness, repressed emotions, grief, loneliness, stress, and insomnia than ever. And these points will help bring some balance to your body, mind, and soul. So let's start with lung 9, Yuan. The location is in the wrist crease on what's called the radial side of the wrist. And it's just outside. You'll feel a radial pulse there, but it's just outside that pulse. You could feel a little divot there, and you'll know, like, if you bend your wrist, and these points are all going to be in this, just think of the word triangle, they're all going to be right here. But lung 9 is underneath that thumb. You'll kind of fall into a divot. When you're needling, you have to worry about the radial pulse. When you're doing what I'm going to teach you today, you don't have to worry as much about that radial pulse. The point is what's called the source point of the lung. As a source point of the lung, it ensures that the lung's organs function correctly. So anytime you hear me say it's a source point, because every channel, every organ meridian has a source point. and lung 9 is lungs source point. So it really helps strengthen the chi. We call it tonifying the chi of the lung. It really helps maximize lungs function. It's used often to move blockages of the lung, clear phlegm, assist with breathing issues, aid asthmatic conditions, and like I said, we're going to be focusing on when working on the emotions of the lung organ, which is grief and sadness. It is therefore an excellent point to aid with depression, grief, sadness, and feeling blue, as well as kind of heaviness in the chest. Now, one of my favorite oils to use on this point is honestly when we're working with kind of navigating the emotions, I love Cypress. Because any of those emotions of like depression and grief and sadness and like all of that, you're so stuck, right? You just have this sensation of feeling stuck, like I can't move out of it, I can't move through it. Yeah. And grief, comes in so many different forms. Like people are grieving our culture, our society, our planet right now. People are grieving our economic state. People are grieving like literal loss. People who have lost loved ones or pets, or people are grieving not feeling like they're where they're supposed to be in life. So instead of like really just honing in on that and feeling kind of that, like double down feeling of just like life sucks. Cypress is a great oil to use on that point because cypress is the most and blood circulating oil. So it's going to help you move through those emotions. So cypress is a great oil to use on lung 9, honestly in lung 7, but we're talking about Buddha's triangle today. So lung 7 is the oil, lung 9 is the point, and cypress is the oil. All right, the second point we're going to chat about today is heart 7. Also, like I said, it's called Shen Men. It's the acupuncture point. It's also located on that wrist crease. Just follow the wrist crease, and it's located on the ulnar side, which is your pinky, in that inner wrist crease. So you'll feel a tendon, you just kind of fall over it, and that is heart 7. So it's a powerhouse, you guys. So like heart 7 is gonna take the brunt of most emotional imbalances. And when I needle it, I actually needle it from the side because sometimes needling straight into that point can blow people out. Like it's like emotional, like they're just not ready for that kind of open, like emotional exposure, explosion. So sometimes when I needle it from the side, you're still getting to the point, but with the oils, you can go right on the point. It's just a beautiful, beautiful way to access that point with oils. So that's how you find that point. This point is used to assist and aid with calming the spirit, right? Just think of the name Shen Men. It improves if there's issues with palpitations, it helps that, those heart flutters. It calms feelings of fear and anxiety and really supports healthy sleep. So this is a really important point when you're dealing with insomnia. So on heart 7, I love using floral oils like Ylang Ylang, rose, neroli, jasmine. Floral oils in general are what we call relaxants, right? They help calm everything down. They're very relaxing and they can create this calming effect. So matching those oils on heart 7 is super powerful. I've used this many, many times to help me when I'm experiencing feelings of anxiousness. My favorite is neroli when I'm feeling anxious. Basically, what I do is I just put the oil on on heart 7. I just take a drop, put it on heart 7, put it on heart 7, and then I hold those points together, and I can almost feel my nervous system just go. And then I just hold that point quietly for minimum 30 seconds, usually at least a minute, up to 3 minutes. But I've also used it when I'm needing to regulate my blood pressure. Thank you, menopause. I love Ylang Ylang and or rose oil for that. Using it the same way, it can help really support a healthy blood pressure level. I used to have a great blend that I used for that included rose and Ylang Ylang and some other oils. And if you want me to find it, I could probably find it. Let me know in the comments below. Okay, the third point that makes the triangle is PC6, Pericardium 6, nay Guan. Pericardium 6 is located directly in the middle of the wrist. So it's like if you're looking for that direction, it's in the middle, but it's going to be 3 fingers breaths down. So you take one of your fingers. Oh my gosh, I have a watch on this side. You take one of your fingers. I guess apparently can't turn my wrist this way, my fingers this way. And that's how far down. Basically, what you want to do, you'll feel tendons here, 2 tendons called palmaris longus. Now, are a percentage of people in the world who just have one, and I happen to be one of them. I only have 1 tendon. So I typically kind of feel where the divot is, and I fall right into pericardium 6. Like literally you just follow that down and you'll fall right into it. It's located technically right between those tendons. PC6, pericardium 6, helps to relax, soften, or unbind the chest. Think about oppression of the chest. It regulates the heart and calms the mind. It also harmonizes and helps to heal the stomach and alleviates nausea, vomiting, and clears heat. So when it's when there's significant emotional disruption, oftentimes we get that kind of gut, that feeling in the gut too, or feeling a little nausea. This is a great point for that. Like I said, nausea, that's why they use the wrist points for seasickness. But this point doesn't just help with digestive issues, but helps with the emotional aspect of the gut, which is worry, right? So I don't know. I know a lot of people are in a state of worry. And when you're in that state of worry, it's hard to unloop that. That's that binding feeling, like you have to release it. The pericardium, the actual organ, is technically an outer layer of the heart and is considered the heart's protector. It's like the gatekeeper of the heart. That's why you go really gentle with the heart 7. That's why you don't needle. I don't tend to needle directly in. I'll use pericardium 7, and then I'd rather use an oil than a needle on heart 7. But if I needle it, it's coming through the side, which is like a gentle side door entry. And because it's this protector, it has a beneficial emotional aspect. Pericardium 6 is a great point to assist with anxiety and depression, stress, and those repressed emotions. Okay, my favorite oil, there's many oils for this point, but I like lavender on this oil. It's great for what we call smoothing the flow of chi energy, and it helps to release that pent up, oppressed energy. So think of it, if it's like smoothing out that stuck chi, it's got this gentle, like where Cypress is like strongly moving, lavender is gently moving. It's much more gentle. I was just thinking like the lung points too. Eucalyptus is also a really good option. Any of the fir oils, FIR, oils, like any of the needles, those are good. Those really relate directly with the lungs. But so I love lavender on Pericardium 6 because of those gentle, moving, releasing, relaxing, that function on that point. So when you're taking the function, here's the thing, like when you're taking the function of the points and you understand the functions, the indications, and the actions of the points and the oils together, and you know how to combine them, that is like true magic, right? So there's a synergistic effect that occurs when you combine the acupoints in Buddhist triangle, lung 9, Part 7, and PC6 together with the oils that I mentioned for each point. You can do this these combos, and I would do all points daily, 1 to 2 times per day to help you stay balanced in an ever unbalanced world that we live in. You have the power to really control or take control of your experience and navigate your nervous system. And I believe this is a really good start. Are there more ways with oils and points to support healthy, balanced emotions? Yes. So be sure to subscribe, like, and follow for more information and more informative videos. And I invite you to save this date, June 26th, for a special free masterclass where I am pulling back the curtains and I'm talking all about how you use these principles of Chinese medicine and acupuncture points and essential oils together for yourself, for your clients, for your family to have incredible results. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please do leave them in the comment section below. And please do check out my masterclass. Please do. And I also have a great, like, very affordable starter class that is going to really set the stage for your understanding. I'll put all these links below. I'll put links to the oils below. And please like this video and share it with some friends because I want to support you and as many people as possible. And your subscribing and liking and commenting really does help make that happen. Thank you so much. I hope that you got some good ideas of how you can support yourself or your clients with emotional balance. Take care.